So hello everybody, I hope you're having a good time. Today we are going to talk about swords, sorry. But before we do, let me show you the stylish guy because they moved it from right over there to this place right here. So if you haven't found it yet, there it is. And let me tell you about your weekly too. Make sure to finish those each and every week. It's the best way to get 3 free gold cores, and each one of these cores will have at least one epic cells. We'll be talking about cells and the importance of cell, how much important the cells for you at late game later on. But for now, just make sure to get all of these cores each and every week because you're gonna need them, trust me. Anyway, swords is your basic weapon. It will be the first weapon you will ever use, and it's pretty much good all around weapon. I like it so much. Actually, it's my main weapon. I use it a lot, and I use axe sometimes. I like axes too because they deal huge damage, but I mostly use sword. Swords have the most basic damage, most basic bar damage. Before we talk about what damage, there is 4 types of damage. There you have bar damage, basic damage, staggering damage, and wounds damage, as shown down there in the bottom right of the screen. So there is 4 types of damage. Sword will cause mostly basic damage. It will cause some staggering damage. I haven't seen it causing any wound damage. Maybe it can cause this, but I haven't seen it so far. So maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right, but as far I have used swords a lot and I haven't seen it cause any wound damage. I haven't seen any red damage flying off the behemoth. Bar damage, it causes huge bar damage. Like for me, it's my favorite for cutting off parts. Each and every one of us will have his favorite weapons, but for me, sword is my favorite. Anyway, because it's, to be honest, it's the easiest to use. I don't know, maybe for some of you won't be that easy to use, but as a beginner, I will advise you to use swords just in the beginning, then start. If you are going to convert to another weapon, make them and start using them on low level behemoth, tier 3, tier 2, tier 1 behemoth. So just so you can get used to them first before you take them to a tier 4 or tier 5 behemoth. Tier 2 and 1 and 3 behemoth, you will find them mostly in these. This is training one. So tier 1, you will find them in this island right here, tier 2 right here, and tier 3 and 4 and 5. I think this is how they categorize them. You'll find them these here, 3, 4, 5, 3 and 4s right here, and 5s right here. 5s and 6 I guess, because you will have the normal one and the heroic ones. So apart from that, the sword have very basic damage. Like it's in the mid range of all the other weapons. It got somewhat low staggering damage unless you are hitting the head of the behemoth, and that's actually is standard for almost all of the weapons. If you are hitting the head of the behemoth, you will cause staggering damage most likely. But the sword has kind of low damage compared to the axe, and not low damage, sorry, low staggering damage compared to the axe or the hammer. Apart from that, it got a very good basic damage, not decent, it's not fair to say decent speed, it's very good speed. Not the fastest, like of course it can't be compared to the blades or the bikes, but it's got a really good speed. Like it's much faster than an axe or a hammer, and very good bar damage, especially when you are hitting a wound part, like those glowy thing you see them on a behemoth when his legs start, when the X on his legs or his tail or parts of his body start to glow, because you have most of the time this show when you have a bike in your someone using a bike or a blade user in your party, it will start showing off glowing parts. If you see that, focus your damage on that part with a sword or an axe. You will cut this part very very fast. Apart from that, I would say the sword is mid-range in almost everything apart from wound damage, because it can't cause any wound damage. I haven't seen it yet. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right. Talking from my pure experience, I haven't watched so many video about that, so maybe just maybe it can cause wound damage, but as I've seen, it can't. As you can see, swords in general have these 4 combos and 2 rolling attack, light roll attack and heavy roll attack, but I can't demonstrate it here in city, which we will take later on. Take it to the field and show you the roll attacks. Those roll attacks will be using for booping the behemoth. What is booping? That we'll talk about when we go to the field. Anyway, these 4 combos and light attack and heavy attack as every single weapon. His special charging, ether charging effect, it will shoot a projectile. If you close enough, it will cause damage depending on the element attunement of the sword you are using. Like if it's electricity, it will send a shockwave toward the behemoth. It got somewhat low range, so try to use it as close as possible to the behemoth. So if you are using a shock weapon, it will cause a shock to the behemoth. If you caused him enough shock damage, it will drop him down. If you are using flame damage, it will cause him dots, and dots mean damage over time for the behemoth. And if you are using a frost one, it will cause him frost damage and it will slow the behemoth down very fast. The normal one, natural, no element attunement on it, it will cause him staggering damage, huge staggering damage. And again, if you cause him enough staggering damage, you will stun the behemoth for a short period of time and drop him on the ground, just like almost like shock damage, but you got shock and staggering, so you can stagger and shock the behemoth at the same time. And actually you can burn him and freeze him at the same time, but that would be very tricky to do. You'll have to have a great party using all types of weapons and doing the same damage. There is 1/4 element that's radiant. I haven't used it yet, haven't got so far yet. Actually I'm not paying this much to get to it. I will try to get it as soon as possible to show it off. So we'll show you the overdrive the Q uses. It will shoot, as I said, projectile. It's got very low range, like make sure to be less than 2 meters away from the behemoth to get an accurate shot at him if you're gonna use it. You can use it by when you fill the bar. Let me show you the bar. This bar, as you fill it up, your Q will be charging. You can use it at any time, but it's better to make it fill up with ether to the max, to the brim, and then shoot it by holding Q, then left click, sorry. It will shoot a projectile toward the behemoth and it will cause him damage depending on your element attunement, as I talked about before. Anyway, apart from that, that's pretty much it for the swords. Like, it's mostly the most basic weapons in the game, but we're gonna now show you some of the moves, not some, all of the combos, all of the rolling attacks. Then I will leave you with a video for killing Frostback Pangar. Frostback Pangar is the heroic behemoth of Pangar. This one, Frostback Pangar. Anyway, but let me just go to a normal one like this one. Maybe can show you, if you are lucky enough, we can show you booping on this one as well, as you will see on Pangar later on. Sorry about that. Anyway, back to it. you those four, I think you may be able, but I haven't seen it yet. Maybe Shroud as well, and this one I haven't seen. This one I have seen his full skill chart, and I don't think you can. Oh yeah, he have a charge and attack. Yeah, you can block that as well. Radiant Dawn, I think you can as well for that boobin, but for Shroud I haven't seen yet. Sorry about that. Quail Shot doesn't have any charge and attack, so I don't think it's possible to boob him. Gunshare, he have one, but I think mostly these two, and Pangar right here, Pangar and Stormclaw, but it's very hard this time. They've buffed him really well, so it's really hard to boob that one with a sword. And not this one, yeah, this one too, and you can read the name if you want. It's called Carve and Ember Mana right here. The others, they don't have any, like this one and this one and this one. These three you can boob them using a sword, and this one as well. Fire Dog and Owl Guy, Frost Owl Guy, and this one. You can boob them using a sword, and you can do it for Pangar as well. Apart from that, let's go against this one. I think this one would be, yeah, he's weak against Shockwave and make it easier. Those mostly the four that I know of you can boob. Apart from that, I'm not so sure. I can show you how you, I will show you. Not I can, I will show you. Okay, we have a guy with that. Wow, we went on public. No problem. Anyway, hopefully can show you how to boo this guy. We got 2 hammers and I think a second sword, but is he wearing an ember shield? I guess he is. He's gonna regret that. Because this one is a frost one, and ember gives you minus to your frost resistance. I think, can't remember. Maybe read to search this stuff. Yeah, he's wearing ember. Anyway, here we are. I'm using the, I don't know for which one. I guess it's the second lantern you get in the game, the one that gives you speed and speed attack. It's very good with swords and blades and bike as well. So you shot out a flare, but there is nothing here. Interesting. Should have come. Ah well, I'll cut it short, just show the basic. Ah, there he is. Anyway, this is the best way to boob a behemoth, but it's better if you are boobing not to be right in direct front of the behemoth. Like, it's better to be at his, I would say, yes, leave him at your left side, and as you can see, because the head will have its hitbox. This is your first. Ah, we missed it. That was the first. Come on, man. This is the first combo. 3 left clicks and 2 right clicks. One, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The other one I will show you. Oops, he got me. The other one is basic one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 left clicks. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll do this roll and attack. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is another basic one. Another heavy combo. It will be 3 left, 3 right clicks. 1, 2, 3. As you can see clearly, I'm not causing any wounds damage, basic damage and bar damage, and some staggering damage, especially if I am hitting the head. He booped him, not me, by the way. To be a good time to show this one. 2 right click and left click, left click, left click. But as you can see, it used tons of mana, so you need to be very careful as you use it. He got me. Yeah, because you don't have a rolling chance after you use it, so you have to be very careful as you're using it. Man, that hitbox. Now the projectile, by holding Q and come on, one more for me. Oops, we tried to save the guy and we get caught in his skill bath. Ah, that's the flame projectile. Oops. That's what I hate about the game. You see, it dropped me right down there. So another fully charged Q is ready. Hopefully we can get a shock stagger on him. As you can see, those small circles that showing up on his head is basically telling you now it's the chance, you got a chance to stun him. And he's dead. Anyway, that was mostly it. You can boop him as he's charging at you. I would advise you to leave him on your left side because the skill got a left side hitbox. So you roll and hit left click or right click. I will show you these very quickly right now. Just in a second. Sorry about that. Went into a public. Let me just adjust the volume just tiny bit. Let's just go to any private session. Just let me show you the 4 basic combos very quickly. The roll and attack, then I will leave you with a Pangar fight, another fight Pangar, which I managed to land couple of booping hits. We booped right on him. If you wanna, not Pangar, sorry, Frostback. If you wanna watch that, you can stay after I'm finished with the combos and see the fight, the actual fight against Frostback Pangar. So quickly, yes, come on. So you can put your sword in hand and off hand by pressing X, and that's quite useful in battle actually. So make sure to keep this trick in mind as you are playing against any behemoth. You can remove your sword to run faster without using any stamina. Anyway, you'll have 1 2 3 sorry 1 2 3 4. This is the first combo. Second combo is 1 2 3 and 2 heavy attacks. It's very hard to perform combos if you are not hitting a behemoth. I don't know why. 1 2 3 light attack. I have no idea why, but it only works on the behemoth. We'll show you on the behemoth anyway. Let's go. Hopefully we can find him really fast. I won't let you suffer through another fight, so need to make this payment very quickly. And as I said, roll, left click is your best chance of booping a behemoth. Apart from that, I won't advise you using the right one unless you are very good with timing. Very good with sword actually, because you need to time it very good. He's not here, damn it. No, he is here. Good. The second you see the whale right there, then that means the behemoth is there. Anyway, I was talking about booping. You can boop him by standing right in front of his face and at the right time left click and you can boop him, but that's a very risky move because it will cause you damage. Oops, you see the hitbox will get you. If I rolled at this side, I will manage to boop him. Anyway, 1 2 3 4 3 light attack, 2 heavy attacks, and you'll get yourself a combo. The other one is right click, left, 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 left repeatedly, and you will perform the third one. Last one is really simple, just 3 heavy attack, and here you go, another combo. But from that, I've told you almost about everything, and you can use your Q anyway, but if you manage to make it fill 100%, it's better because it causes extra damage. Come on, I thought you were gonna charge towards me. Come on, come on, please do it, please do it. Let's give him some range. Maybe he will. Maybe he won't. He will use this and again. So, come on. You can't boop that. You can boop that, but we failed. Anyway, I'm not gonna let you suffer through another fight. You will see it very clearly in Pangar 1. Frostback again. He's called Frostback, man. Anyway, but from that pretty much it for the sword. Hopefully you find this helpful or useful in any way. The sword is, the better you are with it, the more damage, the faster damage you will cause with it, and it's all up to your skill. But from what I've told you, it's all depending on your skill, but on using it, and basically you get that by using it. You have to use it a lot to get better at it. Anyway, apart from that, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next episode. We'll be talking on, I think I'll be moving toward lantern and hammers. So thank you very much. I'll see you in the next video, and bye bye.